Would be.
Would be what? Isn't this beatable?
This is beatable, but it wouldn't be Cupid. We can win this, guys. We can still win this.
Yeah, I have traps in. Trapping. Got it.
Nice, nice, nice. I can tap off.
I'm disoriented.
Got it.
Careful.
Bunny, full blood. Kill.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes! Oh my god. It'd be high. My essence is really high.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. That's MMR.
Yo, what's up guys, Sensus here. So, as you could probably tell by the first half of this video, this was originally supposed to be a different kind of video. So the first half of this video I made 2 weeks ago. For those of you that don't know, I ended up, actually going for Glad this season. And my team and I, we ended at 2648, and the cutoff ended up being 2658. So we were 10 points off, unfortunately. And I'm not making this to really whine about not getting Glad. Obviously I'm disappointed, my team's disappointed. But it's more as a message to Blizzard. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of background information, before Legion, third-party sites such as ArenaMate and Arena Tracker were able to relatively accurately project what each arena season's title cutoffs would be. And that's how it was for a number of seasons, and everyone was fine with that. But come Legion, Blizzard ended up changing their API, which made it impossible for sites like that to track the title cutoffs towards the end of the season. And Blizzard had, and still has, no official replacement for it. And honestly, I kind of find it odd that a multi-billion-dollar company like Blizzard has yet to implement something that third-party sites were doing for years. But anyway, let's talk about Legion Season 2. In Legion Season 2, there were Blizzard employees, they were posting on the forums towards the end of the season at what they calculated to be the projected cutoffs. And obviously at the time, that was still not a final fix. Now moving forward to Legion Season 3, they had kind of the same method, but they changed it up a little bit. So instead of posting their projected final cutoffs, which is information that's actually useful to people trying to push the last day, they periodically posted every day, every other day. Sometimes, there'd be a 3-day gap, what the current cutoff was. And to be honest, that information is kind of useless when you think about how many people pushed the last day. And that brings me to the next thing I wanted to talk about. There was no post that night on the last day of the season. All we had was a post that was posted at around, I think it was around like 4 p.m. Pacific time, with what the current cutoff was at that specific time. And that was it. There was nothing posted that night. There was nothing posted the next day. There was no estimated projected cutoffs posted that night. We were just left with, okay, Gladiator at that specific time was 2626. So we ended up, like I said, we got up to 2648. And we thought we were okay, so we didn't end up playing another game because we didn't want to tank, because there was just Cupids playing, there was double Shadow Priest Shaman. And for any of you guys that played last season, you know how difficult those comps were to win against, especially Cupid as Thug Cleave when you play a account that relies so heavily on CC. and a ret can counter pretty much all of your CC, it makes it that much more difficult. So anyway, I'm not frustrated because we didn't get it. I'm frustrated that we could have got it, and we didn't get it because we didn't have the information that we needed at the very end of the season. If we were given projected cutoffs, like if Blizzard made a post that said, hey, this is what we think it's going to end at, we think it's going to end at 2660, and we went for it and we ended up tanking and we didn't get it, that'd be fine. But the fact that we were literally 1 win away and we didn't get it because we didn't have the information that we needed, that just makes me pretty frustrated as a player. I think it would make any player frustrated. There's plenty of people other than me and my team that probably ended up 1 win away from Duelist, 1 win away from Gladiator, 1 win away from rank 1, just because we didn't have the information that we should have had. It's that simple. So if I was to make any suggestions to Blizzard when it comes to letting players know what the arena cutoffs are going to be, my first one would be to, if they're going to stick with the forum method, post the final projected cutoffs the night of. They did something like that in Season 2, and it's not the perfect method, but it's better than posting a arbitrary number the afternoon of the last day, because that's going to change pretty drastically. So clearly a number that people can aim for is better than having something like that. Another thing they can do is, like I said earlier, implement their own way for players to track the current cutoffs throughout an entire season. That would be ideal, but it's up to Blizzard to actually implement it. And the third thing they can do is revert their API to how it used to work, so third-party sites like ArenaMate and Arena Tracker can do that for them. Now I know that the second suggestion that I talked about is something that's kind of already in the making at Blizzard, the whole arena title cutoff tracker. Now let's just hope that that's actually going to be implemented this season and we won't have to wait until the last season of Legion to actually see this thing. But anyway guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. I apologize if this came off as a little bit of a rant. I didn't mean it to come off like that. I just felt like I needed to get my feelings out there, get my thoughts out there, and just share what I feel Blizzard can do better when it comes to the whole communication between Blizzard and the community concerning end of season PvP title cutoffs. I'm sure anybody that does rated PvP can kind of sympathize with what I talked about, and I'm sure everybody can agree that Blizzard can do things to improve. Now I just want to give a shout out to my team, Grick my priest and JR my hunter. I met these guys in LFG, and Grick at the time was only a 2300 priest and JR was a 2400 hunter, and we pretty much got Glad together even though we didn't get the achievement. But anyway, point being, even though LFG does have kind of a bad name, you can find good, chill people to play with and push with. So if you're just getting into arena PvP, definitely look in LFG. You might have to sift through some people, you'll encounter some toxic people, but eventually you'll find some good, chill people to play with and push even farther than you ever pushed. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching through this far into the video. And again, I do apologize if this did come off as a little bit of a rant. We're definitely going to try for it again this season, and hopefully we'll be able to get that 1 win this time. Anyway guys, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.